PFAS are known as forever chemicals because they never break down. But they build up in our blood and organs and have been tied to serious health issues like cancer, reproductive harm, and developmental delays in children. Yet they remain in the drinking water of millions of Americans. We saw it firsthand in 2022 when we tested drinking water in the nation's capital. We collected samples everywhere, from suburban homes and businesses to the halls of the U.S. Capitol and even out of the faucets at the headquarters of the agency in charge, the EPA. More than a third contained PFOA, considered one of the most dangerous chemicals. In 2 of our tests in suburban Virginia homes, the results were more than 1,200 times higher than levels the EPA was recommending at the time.
The EPA has understood the harms caused by PFAS since at least 1998, but failed to act for a long time. So this announcement is a really big deal because people have waited decades to have cleaner water.
Scott Faber is the Senior Vice President of Government Affairs at the Environmental Working Group.
You deal with a lot of very serious issues when it comes to toxins and our health and our environment. How serious is PFAS among them?
These chemicals are toxic at extremely, extremely low levels. Every time we study them, we learn they are even more toxic than we previously understood.
The new limits are up to 17 times lower than the guidelines the agency had been working off of since 2016.
PFAS is everywhere. PFAS is in the blood of polar bears. We found it at the top of Mount Everest. They're in everyone's blood. They're in every water system.
But Faber says the Biden administration has allocated $10 billion to upgrade water treatment facilities with the technology to reduce these chemicals.
We made an agreement with this country that they would take care of us people.
Activist and actor Mark Ruffalo, who's been on the ground in some of the hardest hit communities and has testified before Congress along with Faber on the issue, said the announcement is too late for those who were poisoned by PFAS polluters without their knowledge or consent, but that the new rules bring justice to families for what can only be described as one of the greatest environmental crimes in our history.
It's been decades since the EPA first understood that PFAS was toxic and building up in our bodies. This is an extraordinarily long time coming, but finally, communities will know that the water they're drinking is safer.
For Spotlight on America, I'm Lisa Fletcher.